a beaming smile. This would be so terribly wasted in an ossuary. He buffs the cranium with a sleeve. Oh, what's that? Look at that huge beast! It's like a megalops, only many times bigger. Let's stay well clear from that. The Labyrinth of Eels. Is this the Labyrinth of Eels? Curious. There is no port for us to land at. We will simply have to make note of it and sail on. Let us make to the west. I would like to return to London with all of this new data. Perhaps the Zeebat can discover something. Zeebat, what do you see? What do your bat senses reveal? There are no islands within the Zeebat's range. Very well then. December 11th, 1887. On the surface, the sun still warms the earth. Or so one assumes. Here, the slate-black sea is like rippled glass, spiked with light from the roof. A baked breeze rises, the improbable scent of stone out of some distant desert. You are close to the salt lions. The salt lions? Oh yeah, the salt lions. We could totally go and check that out. Let's do it. We're going to head down and we're going to check out the salt lions. What strange mysteries await? What even are the salt lions? Are they even lions? Are they made of salt? Answers we discovered upon our arrival. Let us send out the Zeebat once again to make sure we don't miss anything. There are no islands within the Zeebat's range, but there is this enormous structure. December 12th. Distant bells. The Salt Lions. Zeal Port. 50 fragments gained. Let us make for Zeal Port and see what mysteries we can discover. Cut the engine speed. Take us in nice and easy, Boris. We want to make a good impression. Almost looks like an archaeological dig. The Salt Lions. There is a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. Two basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Pick, pick, picking. There's a supply dock below. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick-wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Fine, let's visit the Unmakers. Fungal tisane and tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true. But Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little more grandiose. Those stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? Carry Sphinx Stone to London. The Unmakers are here to reduce the Salt Lions to rubble. One block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying rubble back to London. You will need a deposit and 20 units of spare cargo space. 200 echoes. Well, we don't have 200 echoes, I'm afraid. Compile a port report. Time, basalt, dissolution. Notes for the Admiralty. Record the activities of the Unmakers, such as they are. A rite of the stone and silence. We have a port report. There we go. The Salt Lions. Vast and mysterious, and perhaps when we have a little bit of echo, we can return here to carry some of it back to London. Hopefully for profit, and possibly for science. We haven't done very much science on this trip, it has to be said. Look, we could go and engage that for science, but actually with our relatively poor hull, and bearing in mind the conflict that we experienced last time we encountered one of those, I think we'll just head straight north. Due north, Mr. Boris. to Fieldhaven to discover these other locations marked on our map from our first great adventure, an adventure which took place, seemingly, in another universe. Sail on through the night. I shall give you a rousing speech, men of the Chipping Norton, as we sail on. Fear not the dark of the sea, for we are brave and many are we. Shepherds, December 12th, 1887. Shepherd's Wash, the salty hinterland of London. Flitterstone Island and Fieldhaven. Discovered Shepherd Isles. Come, let us make port in the Shepherd Isles and Fieldhaven. What mysteries they hold. All stop, Mr. Morris, and make dock. The Shepherd Isles. Sheep, lichen, standing stones. Course, the bearded watchman tells you. There are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed, it's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard sitting in the village square nodded. Greybeard sitting in the village square nodded solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tails. Ask us anything. A picnic at the Standing Stones. The bearded villager will sell you mutton stew and kefir, the stone bottles of cold, fresh spring water, and row you over to the stones. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Unlocked when something awaits you. Stories await you when you next make port. Oh, these are all stories that await us when we next make port. Tales of the Standing Stone, tales of the Three Graves, tales of Thornwell Croft. A picnic at the Standing Stones. I think that sounds jolly fine. A peaceful afternoon. Your sailors watch the fireflies shimmer, swap shanties, pass round the grog and shy stones at the more vampirically inclined Zebats. Grasses nod in the breeze. Across the dark water, the lights of Abbey Rock glow watchfully. That is all for now. We've lost 5 Echo and 3 Terror. Okay, I mean, it was nice. It made us feel better. Come, let us compile a port report. Then perhaps we need to be on our way. In the black light are the false stars, surface rollin' like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and flash of fire, 3 windows, swimmin' tentacles, and then we saw His Highness. There is a lot of this material. You now have a port report for Shepherd's Isle. We don't have enough Echo. Engage an officer, the sigil-ridden navigator. Oh, we could have a sigil-ridden navigator, but sadly we don't have the Echoes. Do you have shops here? I mean, we could sell... No, we couldn't. No chance at all. The harbour provisioners are sluggish and hostile merchant squints warily. A few goods of indifferent quality are available. I think we're all right, to be honest with you. We've got plenty of supplies to get us back to London. We shall be on our way. Thank you, people of Fieldhaven. Thank you, people of the Shepherdstone Isle, the Shepherd Isles. But we're gonna leave. You're all a little bit odd. You're all a little bit weird. Thornwell Croft, another Gilliflower. Let us avoid this one. Our hull is already fairly poor in its condition. More repairs will be needed upon our return. Boris, call down Mr. Derrick in the engine room. Full power, please. We need to leave this Gilliflower in our wake. Literally in our wake, because we are, of course, a boat, and boats have wakes. Rowena Rocks. Oh, there's another thing there as well. I don't think we've actually stopped here. Look at this boat, lighthouse boat, whatever this is. Come, men of the Chipping Norton, we will make one last stop before returning to London. Light ship, far from home. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. Okay, unlocked with 1 recent news, unlocked with 20 echoes. We don't have 20 echoes or 1 recent news. We could purchase fuel from them, but that is all. Perhaps not then. Thank you, but we shall be on our way. We are returning to London. Our second great voyage, the second great voyage of the Chipping Norton, under the command of Wilberforce Weird, Z-Captain and Sea Lord, is come to an end. The warm lights of London, home waters. Sailors dawdle at the rail, watching for the lights of London. There they are, men. We are returned, safe and sound, with plenty supplies and even some fuel remaining in our ship. Not to mention books bursting with port reports and stories aplenty. We will feast tonight in London. Fallen London, deep, dark, and marvellous. All voyages start here. This is where this successful voyage will end. Let us visit the Admiralty's survey office. I'm sure we have much information that they will find of interest. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, notionally. We got a fuel, a favour, 5 echo. It's better than nothing. A high-risk challenge. Your Veils quality gives you an 18% chance of success. Didn't we have the ability to... Yes, look, we can slot in the albino. The albino tinkerer can come and help us. We'll just sort of put him in our pocket as we go into London, visit the Admiralties. Oops, this is the university. Okay, we're visiting the university. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets. Z-specimens and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers, breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. We've gained 1 pages, a twist in your tale. You are now Favors Anquitarian. You've lost 1 secret. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is merciful, mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly is it her? Appointment at the University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers, breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. A Z-story, a tale of the deep, a lamentable relic, not a scientific curiosity necessarily, but the scholar has a collection or something. An outlandish artifact, shaped by hands, unknown in London. A searing enigma, a dread... Wow, look at all these things that we don't have. Shall we give them the tale of the deep? Let's do it. We're going to tell them a Z story. Although, am I not supposed to keep these to write my own documents up? I'm going to keep that, actually. Maybe a lamentable relic? We're going to do it. We're going to give them the lamentable relic. The men have been whispering that it's bad luck to have a skull aboard ship. A beaming smile. This would be so terribly wasted in an ossuary. He buffs the cranium with a sleeve. I think a climbing briar rose will suit this one rather well. A yellow rose, perhaps. Thank you so much. Let's keep this between ourselves. Favors Anquitarian is increasing. You've gained 5 echoes, and we've lost the lamentable relic. Oh, what about the artifact? The outlandish artifact. Shall we? Shaped by hands unknown in London. Sure, why not? I like this alarming scholar. He seems like a very incorrigible fellow slash lass. A careful scrutiny. We have something like that. He declares, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about a suitable fee. Anquitarian has increased. We've gained a fragment. We've gained 100 echoes, and we've lost the outlandish artifact. Oh, that's looking much better. Look, we've got a lot more echoes right now. Very good. We're going to leave the university. I'm going to hold on to my tale, my Z story, in case I can use it to write my memoirs, which of course is very important to me personally as Wilberforce Weird. So let us leave the university. You have business to attend, and besides, the scholar keeps snapping her teeth like a mechanical trap. Okay. Did you get the sound effects there? Were they thoroughly impressive? Let's go and see the dark spectacled Admiral. You are ushered into his office at Mention's Pyre, a cramped room with a vast desk. He surveys you across that desk. Ah, yes, the merchant captain who hears such complicated things. The Admiral will purchase intelligence from you. We know. We have actually met the Admiral before, and we have submitted intelligence to him before as well. Shall we submit our port reports? We're not... Oh, this is still a high-risk challenge. We have a 20% chance. I kind of feel like we should maybe hold on to this until we increase our veils and have a better chance of success. The Shepherd Isles, so we'll leave that for now. Shepherd Isles, submit as unsubstantiated hearsay. Ooh. Submit as fact or submit as unsubstantiated hearsay. We do hear some unlikely tales of that place. Fascinating. I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm going to hold off on that one for some future event. Excuse me. Just me. Call a colleague. Just let me call a colleague in. Let's do it. Let's station 3. This is my colleague, Mr. Villien, of the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Villien, this good captain's report is here. I've done this before. I've submitted this report before. I think you should just accept it. Another 100 echoes. Fantastic. Good. Pigmote Isle. I'm not certain I heard you correctly. I've got this guy in my pocket here. Look, he's from the Pigmote Isles, so substantiate the story, right? Are you quite certain this is the report you wish to make? So be it. Look, at sea, Pigmote, pig, talking rat. We're in the Untersee. I mean, seriously, this shouldn't be much of a surprise to you. 10 echoes, is that all you're giving me for that? Fine, plus some fuel and some favours. The Salt Lions, the Bazaar has always taken an interest in that place. Good, some more, 20 echoes, more fuel. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. Ask to speak with the dark spectacled Admiral. Let us go and speak with the dark spectacled Admiral. Assistance with subsistence. Ask the Admiralty can provide a little fuel to cover your costs. This will take you to the dry dock, where 1 point of favour will get you 2 to 3 fuel. Oh, we might do that. Submit vital intelligence. What's that? Tell me quickly. We don't have any vital intelligence. Submit your port reports. We've done that. Submit a revelatory chart. Let's find out if it's real. Let's do it. A careful inspection. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't, you notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. 250 echoes! 250 echoes! We're rich! We're rich, guys! I don't want to get anyone excited, but we've got like a ton of echoes. Good. What else have we got? Speak of moves in the great game. Whispers. Let's do that. Such wealth! You've earned enough echoes to buy better equipment for your ship. Click on the shops tab. A new engine or deck weapon would be a good first purchase. Thank you for that, Mr. Tutorial. He has you repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you. But I have a friend in the palace who'll be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. 30 echoes. Oh, and another favour. We've got a lot of favours with the Admiralty. We can cash those in for some good stuff. Ask if there is anything in particular he needs. Ooh. Turn in your shipment of red honey. Well, I don't actually have any red honey. Return to Wolfstack Docks. Is there anything in particular you need? Well, if I can be assured of your discretion. This port. Speak to our agent there and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. Retrieve strategic information from frost found in the north. As a wise old space wizard once said, do or do not. There is no try. And therefore we shall do. We shall make a mighty kingdom. We shall safify the crown. We shall make the crown safe. For we have learned many things.